Tallebudgera Creek is a popular recreational hotspot for boaties and swimmers. But a little further inland at Smales Park, the creek had been at risk of severe erosion. Several flood events and a lack of riparian vegetation caused the banks to erode, and several metres of council park were lost. In 2015, the City of Gold Coast undertook restoration works at the Tallebudgera Valley location, bringing the creek back to life. Soaking up the beauty of our hinterland valleys and inland waterways, you might be surprised to know how much work the city puts into maintaining our natural assets.
The City of Gold Coast Catchment Management Unit are responsible for monitoring the quality and health of our waterways across the city. We do everything we can to try to improve that quality as well. It starts with monitoring the water quality itself, and then if we're really lucky, we can get through to restoration like we've completed here. Behind me you can see a number of logs that have been used to stabilise the creek bank here. So Smales Park was eroding quite severely, and there was no riparian vegetation growing along the creek to protect the bank from erosion. So we've come in and undertaken some civil works to restore the bank with rocks and large logs that were recycled from development sites. So our first step was to batter the creek bank back. This stopped the erosion from further progressing. So then we ended up with a 45-degree creek bank, and into that were trenched 19 large logs with their root balls still attached. This was really important because the root balls, you can see behind me, they end up becoming fish habitat, and during floods they really slow the water down, which prevents further erosion. Construction works took about a month to complete, and after that the trees grew really quickly. We were really happy with the results of the revegetation, and we've had several floods in the meantime, and all our logs are still in place, all the trees are growing well, and we've seen a really good response in terms of the ecology at the site. We've got lots more fish, lots more water bugs, and there's birds everywhere. We collect macroinvertebrates, or different types of water bugs. We do this semi-regularly in order to determine the health of our site. So some water bugs are very tolerant to pollution, and some are very sensitive to pollution. And at this site, we've caught a lot of really sensitive water bugs, which tells us that there isn't a lot of pollution and the site is in great condition. The success of our log revetment works at this site have allowed us to implement this type of stabilisation works in other sites across the city, including the Damien Leading Memorial Foreshore Stabilisation Project. That was a much larger project, and we had confidence to use logs again because of the success we saw here. And hopefully in the future we can use more logs in other sites in the city.
In a city with more rivers and canals than Venice and Amsterdam combined, it's important we all work together to protect our waterways for future generations to enjoy. Clean and healthy waterways are vital for our environment, our lifestyle, and our economy.